Wasn't as bad as last time, but it's not a good start for this review. Oh. Hello, I'm Stephen Mason and welcome to my review rant random for Death Warrant, once known as Dusted. It's a Dusted. Not sure what it was called. Dusted by Canon Films until they decided to call it Death Warrant. Death Warrant. He's not really in prison for a death warrant. I'm not sure. So basically, film starts and it's just water. And so all the credits come across and you think, okay, dripping water, need the toilet. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. But I got this part of the one-on-ones. I got a part of the Van Damme collection along with Black Eagle, where Van Damme's clearly not the star, and AWOL, also known as Lionheart. And don't know what that was. Anyway, I watched it, and this is one of my films I remember as Van Damme when I was younger. Bloodsport. And this wasn't so much kickboxer. Got to know kickboxer a little bit later on in life. Universal Soldier was also one of them ones as well. Anyway, off the rant. So Van Damme comes along in this movie and it's like, you know, the water's trickling down there, goes through all the credits, and fucking hell, David S. Goyer wrote it. You think, wow, he went on to do massive things. So, you know, like, there's a good foundation there, and it's well directed and well filmed, I think. But it screamed, I thought this was an 80s film, but it's actually 1990. It was released, it was made before AWOL, but released after, again with the whole Dusted story. Anyway, film starts and it's like three guys woke up, and it's just Van Damme. They killed my partner. Like that, you know, it's proper just cheese. And he turns around for no reason whatsoever. Well, sort of guys are sort of trying to mug a buddy. It's typical kick, and the other guy's like runs away, and it's just like, alright, yeah, so Van Damme can do kicks to the face, like up here. Well done, awesome. It's a Van Damme movie. Now it was going to be Bruce Willis, and it also could have been Steven Seagal, but it suits Van Damme, this movie. So basically he gets asked if he would like to go undercover in the prison. You know, lockdown was a couple of years before was Stallone. I'm not saying it's a copy of it, but you know, he goes in, you know, he's a copper, he's going to go in, he's, you know, he's not like a wrong criminal, he's actually a copper, he's a Canadian copper for a start, trying to hide his accent. And he goes in and they're trying to find out who's killing people and why is people killing people, who's spiking them. And at the start, when he's basically, they killed my partner, and he goes in this building, he's going to track down the Sandman. And basically the Sandman jumps out and it's all... And basically the Sandman's shot dead. Even though when the Sandman reappears later on, bare-chested, he has definitely been shot 6 times, and he's just like, hiya, tits, and like, you know what I mean, it's like nothing wrong with him. Anyway, the guy who plays the Sandman is proper creepy. He's really got a creepy like vibe going on there. He's well cast, so is the prison warden. He's well cast. Burke's friend, everyone is really well cast. So basically Van Damme decides, he says he's going to go into prison, you know, he's got nothing else to do, so he's going to go into prison. And even like when he gets off this bus, like they're all getting off the bus and they're all in the yellow jumpsuits, like Slipknot. One of them's like got glasses on, but they're proper like Macho Man Randy Savage glasses. I was like, he's got glasses on, and then the next take he's got no glasses on. It's like, what happened there? There's a couple of times, it's like later on with Priest, there's a guy called Priest, he gets axed and he's lying on the floor, and then Van Damme runs off. Priest is still clearly breathing on the floor. They held far too long on that take. He's like, he's definitely dead. Well, he's meant to be dead anyway. So Van Damme basically makes friends with, well, he goes into prison and he's 72698. That is his number. And obviously Fortress borrowed a lot from this, but you know, he gets his prison, he gets his cell. Like the guy in the top bunk says he's the man, but he's not the man, kind of crack. Blending in, it's got the cliches you normally get with entering prison, but then Van Damme just starts like sneaking around, you know, in the filing cabinets and crawling around. It's quite good. And then the guy from Big Trouble in Little China and Die Hard, the guy with the beard and long hair, he turns up for a fight, gets his head stuck in a washing machine. Yeah, it's quite cheesy. Things that I've wrote some lessons down, a lot of slow motion. Yeah, Van Damme. The one scene when they go in the caravan and the woman who's meant to be his like wife, but then obviously his partner in it, honestly God, she's trying to have a conversation, and Van Damme is a total sex pest in this. He's just like, starts kissing her neck when she's trying to have a conversation. It's like, and then you think, oh, you're gonna get, and then it just does the whole fade. I clearly didn't go all the way out of shot there, but you know, Van Damme, sex pest, and we know it's good camera work, lack of acting. There's a bit where the Sandman's just like, I'm the Sandman, and everyone goes fucking crazy. The Sandman's here. There's like a prison riot, and everyone runs out, and the Sandman's there, and there's a jail cell here, and then there's extras passing the screen in front of you, and some of them are just like, they're literally running across going, once again, I'm not fully out of shot, but like, no enthusiasm, just like, I think one of them's even laughing. You need to look out for that. What else did I write? A Guy from Big Trouble, 1990, David S. Goyer, Called Dusted, Steven Seagal, Bruce Willis. Aye, and a lot of versions as well. The Sandman dies basically when he gets fucking Bloodsport kicked into the furnace, and that's normally the end in a lot of versions. Even though he jumps back out, Van Damme does another kick and he gets a fucking spike in the back of his head. Can you kill me, bro? I'm the same man. And he just goes, he's dead. Anyway, that's cut from a lot of movies, a lot of versions. This looks really good on Blu-ray. The things with Van Damme, though, I'm going to take my shoe off. There's a lot of this, and it's different cuts. And then Van Damme, who's like this professional fighter, you know, he's fighting and he's like that, and there's loads of, but then it'll be like repeated from different angles, but he's punching them like that. I don't get that. That's what this fucking shoe me on. But yeah, there's a lot of blood sport, like repetitiveness about it. Repeat, and weird sound effects. But yeah, revisit it. Happy to own it. I bought it mainly. Well, I was going to buy Death Warrant anyway. And then for I think £2 extra more, you got AWOL and Black Eagle. So brilliant buy on 101 Films. Looks really good. Cheesy intro. Sorry, cheesy menu screen. Little square. Cheesy song. And just a play button. And chapter selection. I think there's 4 chapter selects. I fell asleep 2 nights watching this. And every time I skip forward, it's like boom, 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 boom. The end of the film is like fucking hell. Like what happened to loads of chapters? So it's very bog standard release, but it looked good. And I think it's one of Van Damme's better films. You know, it's 80s as fuck. It's bloody. It's violent. There's some weird looking people in it as well. But no, if you've never seen it, give it a watch. It's up there. But as I say, I grew up with this one, and he was like one of them. Went, oh, it's Van Damme's other movie. You know, when he used to get stuff like marked for death. Whew. And everyone was like, oh, Steven Seagal, and then you get like Under Siege, and you see stuff like this with a fucking guy with 2 heads and shit like that. It's a fucking creepy. Film starts with Danny Trejo doing a runner from Steven Seagal. Yeah, big box. Look at that, man. This isn't retro videos, but there we go. It's perfect. Oh, it's alive. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out back in the day. But yeah, it's weird mark there. Right, I've been Steve Mason. This has been Review Rant Random. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the outtakes. Oh, see you in the outtakes. What am I doing in the outtakes? Well, I'm going to put the glasses back to once they came from. I'm going to put the glasses back from once they came from. Wow! Brilliant, this. Right, honestly. You can just piss off. Right, that is a total outtake. Stupid glasses. I've been Steve Mason. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.